Okay, so I'm going to read the bold above, and it says a partial payment is made on the dates indicated. Use the United States rule to determine the balance due on the note at the date of maturity, and the effective date is the date the note was written. Assume the year is not a leap year. Okay, and so it says that the principal is $500. Our rate is 6%. I'm going to write it as a decimal. The effective date, so it starts on August 8th. Okay, so there's a partial payment on December 2nd. And then it ends, the loan ends on February 6th. Okay, so partial payment of $257. All right, so let's just kind of step back and understand what is going on here. And it looks like, so we borrowed $500 at 6%. And we'll have to figure out how many days this is, but it looks like if it started in August, which is like, it's the 8th month of the year, and it's going to end in February, which is the 2nd. So that's like 4 or 5. So that's about 6 months. And we'll figure out the exact days in a minute. But for about 6 months, you have this loan. Okay, you make some partial payment around December 2nd of 257. But what we have to do is we have to reduce the principal after this payment so that the interest will be lower. Okay, so it's just good to step back and see what we're doing here. How can we figure out the exact number of days?
About to ask that.
We got a chart, don't we?
Yep, this nice little handy dandy chart.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this is on page 22 of your classwork packet. It's also available in the homework. It should be either off to the side or something that you click on and it pops up. So let's look. August 8th, you have to go to the day 8 and then go over to August. And it looks like day 8 is the 220th day of the year. Then December 2nd is 336. And then February 6th and notice I did 365 plus 37 because we're into the next year when we go from December 2nd to December 31st, and then it goes January 1st. Well, that's 365 days plus 1 at January 1st. So February 6th will be 365 days plus 37, which is equal to 402. Okay, and now let's figure out how many days are in between August 8th and December 2nd. Okay.
You added 37 to 365 at the bottom there?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so here what I did is 336 minus 220. Yep, and I'm getting 116. Figure out how many days are in between February 6th and December 2nd. Try to do it without a calculator. 4 and 2, 66.
Yeah, 66.
Good. Okay. Okay, now we can get into the calculation. And so you can do the first period. So from, kind of locking this. So from August 8th to December 2nd, 116 days. I like to write this out to remind myself. Let's calculate the interest. So the interest is going to be the principal times the rate times the time. And for the US rule, we're always going to use the banker's rule, which says that there's 30 days in a month and 360 days in a year. And that'll help us get the part of the year, right? So T is going to be 116 over 360. Okay, this I'm going to use my calculator for. It's not that easy. I'm getting $9.67. So that payment of $257, that has to go towards that interest first. And so one way to do that is to say the balance, so owed is $500 plus $967. But now we can subtract out the $257 payment. So I'm actually going to write this as adjusted balance. Okay, so what do we get? Looks like our new balance is $252.67. Okay, so this is now the balance that's going to be charged 6% interest rate for 66 more days. Okay, so from now, this date of December 2nd to February 6th, 66 days. It's going to be, so interest is the principal. So this is our new adjusted balance. So it's times our rate, 0.06, times our time. So that's 66 days over 360. It might seem like a lot of work or a lot of steps, but if you step back and think about what's going on, it should seem easy. Okay, so now in this time period, we're only paying $2.78 in interest. Okay, well, our adjusted balance was, so total due on February 6th is $252.67 plus $2.78. They might seem like, oh, who cares about $2? But you know, we're just practicing with these problems that have, in this case, small numbers. But if you're talking about $500 million, you know, then these numbers are going to be a lot higher, and it's going to matter more if you're saving on interest or not. Okay, so the total due looks like it's $255.45. Okay, so now my question to you is, how much did we save by using the US rule? How much money did we save using the US rule? $182 days. Okay, so total interest without partial payment is equal to $15.17. Well, how much interest did we end up paying? So I get 9.67 plus, so that first amount, and then plus 2.78. That's $12.45. So we're going to do 15.17 minus 12.45, and we get 2.72. Okay, so I did 500. Do you see at the top there? 500 times 6% times 182 days total over 360.
Okay.
Means without partial payments, our total interest would be $15.17. Now, with the partial payment, it was $9.67. Yep. Okay. Plus $2.78. So with so our total interest paid, now that we had a partial payment and we were reducing the balance, which was being charged interest, now we're only paying $12.45. So I was asking, by how much money did we save by doing this partial payment? It would be the interest we would have paid without it minus the interest we did pay. And so that would be $2.72. Okay. And if you understand that, then you kind of understand what we're doing. And now I'm going to step it up a notch. All right. Are we ready to step it up and have 2 partial payments?